Welcome to this first of a two-part series of WellSense, your source for news, personal wellness tips, and media. Today, we will be discussing cracking the mystery of autoimmune diseases. Could leaky gut be a major cause for diabetes type 1? And leaky gut syndrome. Are your gut bugs affecting more than just your mood? Imagine this. What if the common foods you digest could be the cause of lupus erythematosus, multiple sclerosis, and even type 1 diabetes? Well, it appears there may be a link between autoimmune disease, the bacteria in our gut, and the food we eat. Research over the past 15 years have concluded this to be the case. One study in particular from the San Rafael Scientific Institute took 4 groups of individuals with no signs of inflammation. The first group of 18 individuals had preclinical type 1 diabetes, the second of 28 had new onset type 1 diabetes, the third group of 35 had long-term type 1 diabetes, and the fourth group of 40 were healthy subjects with no signs of diabetes. Each individual was given an intestinal permeability test, which ideally show how fast particles of nutrients and debris can pass through the gut wall into the blood. The test consisted of 5 grams of lactulose and 2 grams of mannitol with 50 milliliters of water. 5 hours later, the urine was measured for the percentage of lactulose and mannitol. What they found was the amount of lactose in the urine was excessively high, meaning there were junctional complexes or several openings between the cells of the gut. In other words, those in the 3 groups predisposed through genetics, environment, or currently diagnosed with type 1 diabetes all had statistically significant higher percentages of permeability than those in the healthy group. The research team found that the leakier the gut to lactulose leads to the clinical onset of type 1 diabetes and is detected throughout the full course of the disease. Therefore, having a damaged gut barrier seems to parallel the autoimmune process, which later may cause the metabolic disorder. Further, recent studies have shown that autoimmune disease, such as type 1 diabetes, are not only influenced by genetic, but by environmental factors such as antibiotics, sex hormones, and how and what we eat. In another study, it was concluded leaky gut involving bacterial translocation, or the traveling of bacteria through the stomach wall to the blood, is an important contributor to chronic systemic inflammation. Over time, if the gut barrier is not repaired, this condition is likely to trigger an autoimmune response, whether diabetes, lupus, or multiple sclerosis, just to name a few. Once the intestines are permeable, studies involving rats have shown the invasion of gut bacteria into the mesenteric and pancreatic lymph nodes, hence damaging pancreatic beta cells, leading to type 1 diabetes. Remember, once the pancreatic beta cells are destroyed, the body no longer makes adequate insulin in order to stabilize blood sugar, which leads to all kinds of secondary diseases such as cardiovascular disease, chronic kidney failure, and dementia. So let's break it down. Leaky gut syndrome. Are your gut bugs affecting more than just your mood? So recent studies have shown a strong correlation from our gut to our brain via communication between a healthy population of bacteria through the vagus nerve, which literally connects this gut-brain axis, therefore playing a major effect on our mood. However, when leaky gut occurs, which again are small pathways created between our blood and intestinal wall, particles of fat and protein from partially digested foods, toxins, and other harmful substances seep into our bloodstream, causing conditions related to food allergies, headaches, fatigue, joint pain, thyroid disease, autoimmune conditions, and slow metabolism leading to weight gain. And if left unrepaired, more severe health issues can occur, as we discussed earlier. Zonulin is an enzyme that controls the size of the openings between your gut lining and your bloodstream. A poor or unhealthy microbiome or bacterial population can lead zonulin to increase the number of gaps, leading to intestinal hyperpermeability, also known as leaky gut. So what can we do about it? Well, first you can get your zonulin levels tested through an ELISA, or enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay test, and as mentioned earlier, a lactulose test can be quite telling also. Testing for leaky gut can also involve an immunoglobulin G food intolerance test, as the body produces a high level of antibodies during leaky gut, namely IgG antibodies. They're tracked through having blood drawn or by using dried blood, which can be collected at home and shipped to a lab for analysis. Perhaps a less palatable way to detect bacteria levels would be to swab a sample of your own stool. This is important as fecal matter can reveal inflammation markers and probiotic levels along with other microbes present in the gut. The test can be done from home and sent to the lab. One of the most common signs of the leaky gut is vitamin and mineral deficiencies due to the damaged microvilli, or the hair-like projections within the intestines that catch and aid the absorption of nutrients. When damaged, nutrients that normally help detoxify antigens, or the foreign particles that prompt our allergic response, become deficient. All that is needed is a urine sample to be sent to the lab for analysis. This is called an organic acid test. A good cut and dry source of information related to testing can be found in the reference section below. So this has been the first of a two-part series regarding leaky gut and its probable cause of autoimmune disease. Please subscribe, click the notification bell, and be among the first to find out how to repair your gut and reduce the likelihood of diseases. I sincerely hope you enjoy this installment of WellSense, your source for news, personal wellness tips, and media. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe below. And please leave a comment with any questions or topic you would like to see presented, as improving our channel is priority to edifying a health-conscious population. Until next time, this is Dane Shearer. Have a blessed week.